Chapter 25, Joanna's Story. Greg also wrote about another female named Joanna that experienced similar events to Svalli. This was reported at Rents.com. Joanna had spent time as a child in the Vatican dungeon's catacombs, also attending rituals involving torture at the Devil's Altar. Joanna of Florida says that she was a bloodliner born into the French House of the Illuminati. Her placement in the Illuminati was in the spiritual sector. She was born into a multi-generational family where one side was Masonic and on the other, Illuminati. My family were members of the DAR, referred to as Blue Bloods. Most of her childhood was spent in training and grooming, and she attended rituals at the Vatican in a sub-basement where she was used as an oracle. The militia she was involved with was connected to a Masonic group, and her childhood was almost all training for the Illuminati, and intense military-type training for the militia. Extreme torture was used to form what are known as altars in the mind, with amnesia barriers that kept her from knowing that she was a slave. Her everyday persona was typical upper-class suburbia, and she was a model for a time, and both her and her husband were known as jet-setters. She traveled around the world as a team leader for a group that monitored Vatican moles. She said that her family job was as a channel, psychic and tarot reader. She says that she attended think tanks that decided how best to meet the requirements for a new world order, dealing with issues of religion and New Age philosophy. She said that her role within the religious sector was linked to a devious Illuminati ploy to create a false Christianity leading to mass genocide. Her area of concern was the deceptive ploy by both the Illuminati and core Vatican cult members to unite all people under a false Christianity that will give reason to genocide, she said. She said to think about people like an cult that make statements like war is necessary, then go in and destroy leaders and convert people to Christianity. Joanna called the NWO the Fourth Reich, where anti-Semitic thinking becomes acceptable under a guise of saving people in the Middle East. People look at the Jewish power leaders that the conspiracies point to, not realizing that not only are they not practicing Jews, they are not the puppet masters. She says that one needs to look at the old Church of Rome, which became a so-called Catholic structure with ancient powerful bloodlines such as the Borgias and the de Medicis. The protocols of Zion are blamed on the Jews, but it's really the Vatican core that includes the Jesuits. She feels that the mask of Christianity is just that, a mask. She attended many think tanks where the Illuminati members planned how religion and the New Age movement would be used to create a single religion, and says that there are many evangelists that are Illuminati as well as New Age leaders. She said her Illuminati rituals differed from Svalli's because she was promised to the cult before her birth and continuously throughout her life, with Vatican rituals being only a part of her training. She said that instead of humankind appreciating diversity in religion and culture, people will be led to believe that other religions are the enemy as well as their cultures and the peoples that practice them. In a book by author Eric Phelps entitled Vatican Assassins, he delves into what Joanna experienced, showing in detail the power that resides at the Vatican. He brings old documents and manuscripts to the table, documenting the true evil that resides in Rome. He also comments on the role of the religious henchmen, the Jesuits, and says that no political event or circumstance can be evaluated without the knowledge of the Vatican's part in it. Another author states that no significant world situation exists in which the Vatican does not play an important explicit or implicit role, said Avro Manhattan, Protestant Knight of Malta and English historian, in a 1960 book entitled The Vatican and World Politics. M.F. Cusack said in Converted Nun of Ken Mayer, the Black Pope, that the Jesuits offer the world at large a system of theology by which every law, divine and human, may be broken with impunity, and by which the very bulls of popes may be defied. It is a ghastly religion. It is a religion to be abhorred by all honest and honorable men. Edwin A. Sherman, American Shriner Freemason, wrote in the Engineer Corps of Hell that the Jesuits laugh at us, and during their hilarity, the rattlesnake is coiled at our feet, climbing to strike us in the heart.